I mean, Phil, in some ways, do you think in 2020 that there were members in the audience that had more respect for what you did then than, say, the win in 2016 or 15? Because you saw a man come back, put himself on the line, knowing that nothing was guaranteed on that stage, knowing that you'd be criticized and under the microscope. I mean, I know if I'd have been in the audience, I probably would have given you more respect for that. I had Ice-T, the rapper, on before, and he said, Brian, it's not about the come up, it's about the come back. That's when we see what you're made of. Anybody can string together some wins, but can you come back from a hard time? So did you feel that there was maybe a different level of respect from people?
Online for sure. While up on stage, I wasn't quite sure how to process that. I think for me, it was more of an attitude check because I had to exude a certain level of professionalism. And I wanted to shock everybody of letting them know that, don't worry, I'm okay. Because I didn't do this show specifically just to win. This was more of a moral victory for me to prove that I went through more adversity than probably 99% of the guys in the world did that compete. Having that microscope that you speak of, being expected to always win, not peak for, gosh, I mean, once in my entire career, and actually stand up there and be like, yeah, I did this. And you're right, I did put my title on the line, I put my legacy on the line, but I think that's what champions do. They don't always, I mean, we criticize people that pick their fights all the time. For me, it was like, no, I'm going to do this because I want to see what I'm made of, because I just might win, but I just might win in a different way of knowing who I am as a human being. And that was the biggest takeaway. So I feel like the fans did see their person that maybe they loved or hated at one point have a certain level of, I don't want to say humility, but like, he's vulnerable. He can lose, but he can be happy. He can be okay. And I think that from my direct messages that I receive on social media to the emails, to people I meet, they were inspired by knowing that, wow, like, you did this for us. You didn't have to come back. Your legacy was already solidified. But I do understand where you're coming from, because in 2015, 2016, people are just so used to you winning, they want to see somebody else. So they may, not be as impressed, or, they're just like, whatever. But that 2020 will always be a defining moment in my career and in my life.
I know you watch yourself back on stage and you're hypercritical of yourself on stage, which I know a lot of people would be surprised. But when I heard you talk about that, I'm like, that's the mindset of a champion, because that's when all of your work, it comes down to those few moments on stage. I know you compared this one time to an Olympian that trains 4 years for a 100-meter dash. And so you look at your body language. I know you one time said you could see that you kind of exhaled when you got the result one time as a relief, but that's not what a champion should do. When you watched yourself on 2020, did it feel like it exuded a different energy, that energy of kind of gratitude that, guys, I'm okay and I'm here and I wanted to win. I still want to win, but I'm okay with this process?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely had mixed emotions that Saturday evening. I knew that the likelihood of me winning was pretty slim, because I also see the body language of judges, because I can see them in the audience, and they don't have the greatest poker faces, let me tell you. and I just felt it. I mean, the fact that I've been able to feel what it was taking to come up in the ranks and actually then win for 7 straight years, you see everybody else's mannerisms. So for me, it was just the biggest attitude check of my career. I needed people to understand that I'm okay. And if this is the last time you see me, I want you to understand that I took this like a man, that I wasn't upset, that I wasn't about bitterness. I was all about gratitude and just being happy that I was up there. And to be quite honest, it was the first time I was able to, you have to think, I was on stage with Dexter Jackson, who won the Olympia in '08, who I was on stage with when he won that title. Brandon Curry, who I've seen come up. We turned pro around the same time. I wasn't on stage when he won in 2019, but then you got to see another person, Ramy, Big Ramy, being able to win. He's always been like my biggest fan. And just to be able to have that moment and share that with, I mean, we had 4 Mr. Olympias on one stage. That's pretty cool. So that's a memory that I get to walk away with instead of being like, oh man, F this, I lost this and that. It's like, yes, do I have those moments? Yes, but I switched it very quickly and just said, look, man, like this is a moment that like in 20 years, people are gonna maybe do a documentary about this and talk about the time where there were 4 kings on the Olympia stage during a pandemic when everybody was against adversity and we got to see a new champion crowned. So that was for me, like that was my storyline. That was how I view it. I still view it that way, like how cool it was. I'll be honest, I did tell Rami some jewels of wisdom, and basically I grabbed him, hugged him, told him I love him, but you got to be better because you just never know if I may come back. And that was just a push. That would be like Michael Jordan telling Kobe, like you got to be better, man. I expect better than you. Because of the fact that you won the contest, that's not where it ends. That's where it begins.
Well, I was going to wait till later, but I mean, the next Olympia is just over 3 months. Are you coming back?
Those questions are definitely still circulating even in my house. But as of right now, I'm completely undecided. I'd be more leaning toward not. Right now, I've got some other things on the burner that are of great importance. But like I said, you just never know. I've been in shape throughout this year, and I've been getting a lot of interest from other people. What's Phil's next move as far as competitive stage. I haven't retired, so I'll just say that. And I'm proving to myself that I can be multifaceted and doing other things. And that was something that I respected with Arnold, because when he did his 6th Olympia, I believe that was around the time when Pump and Iron was created. He then left, and he had explained, I will always be a bodybuilder, but there's some other things that he wanted to try. And those things were acting and such. But then he was able to come back, and I believe in 1980, and then win. So, I think I'm allowed the same opportunity. And, I just don't want to automatically revert to say, I'm doing this, because there's other things that I also have on my plate that I would like to experience, especially at 41 years old. I mean, this is beginning to be like a 35 to 45-year-old sport. Before it was like a young man's game. Now it's like Dexter Jackson competed at 51 years old. Still was like, I believe, top 10. So you just never know. So I know that was a long-winded answer, but like I'm gonna keep everybody guessing, and but I will definitely, if I were to do it, they'll know pretty soon.